wanted to give kind of some insight on some things that I'm going through replacing gas lift in the gaming chair that I have. So I've had this chair for a couple years, bought it off a buddy for pretty cheap. It's the Respawn 110, but I know it's a pretty popular model for some people, I guess, back then, and it's kind of something that people run into an issue, I guess, more frequently is the gas lift going out, and it just will sink over time as you use it. Running into that issue myself, I was having issues where I would sit and sometimes it would sink right away, all the way down. Sometimes it would jump down in increments a little bit at a time until it was all the way down, and then other times it would hold me up just fine. And it's kind of frustrating for somebody who sits in their chair for a couple hours pretty much every evening to do whatever on your computer for that to be happening. So I went and found just an Amazon replacement, and I'll put that on the screen. That's this guy right here. We're gonna see how this performs over the next while, but it does match pretty closely to what I already have. So we're gonna try and use that one in there. 25, 30 bucks. Not that expensive. It's rated for like 450 pounds, which is well over what I am. But, you know, going through some things here will get you guys squared away here. Sorry. So, your chair is going to have your gas lift here, and it's going to be attached to your base. So, a lot of videos show it perfectly fine, and you just flip your chair over, and as it's flipped over, at least for me anyway, your gas lift will sit in here on your chair, and you'll just take your hammer and you'll tap on the metal of that ring that sticks out and pull up as you do so, and that will eventually cause the cylinder to pop out of the bottom as your force pulling up causes the legs to come off of there. And then once that's done, you'll have it set up kind of like this. Well, not exactly like this. I've taken mine a little more apart because it was being a handful. But typically what they're doing is they're gonna have the chair then either on its side or upside down still, and you're gonna grab the cylinder, which in my case it's already loose and taken out, but it'll be wedged in there pretty tight. You're gonna grab the cylinder and pull up the same as you did on your chair legs. I did start off using like a sweatshirt or something on the base here to try and not mar it, and it just didn't seem to work. And so for me, it's been used long enough. I don't think anybody else is gonna buy it off of me. I don't plan on selling it to anyone else once I'm done with it. It's probably gonna be broken to bits. So for me, the marring wasn't as big of an issue. So I tried to tap on it, but this thing still would not let loose. It ended up being to where I actually took off the 4 screws that fasten it to the seat, and then you can push the seat out of the way, and you can go from the top. So you would you'd push down on your lever here. With it being wedged in that tight, that just gives you something that it's now firmly down on. You'll take your hammer and just tap on your arm, and eventually that will shoot it out and you'll be good to go. So and then you kind of can just follow the reverse order on that. I wonder if you didn't even. No, I think you did. Anyway, you'll follow the reverse order for your replacement. So you grab your replacement cylinder, and then in your case you would pull off the new cap that says to remove it, because otherwise you will not be able to operate up and down your new gas lift. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set mine in the base already. I'm going to just move that out of the way. And then for me, I'll have a couple more steps than you might, hopefully. Hopefully yours is a little easier than mine was. And it just does it all for you nice and easy. But I'm going to go ahead and put my seat back together. So I'll pause you guys and I'll come back when that's ready. Okay, so we've got the chair seat fastened back onto the bracket there. We've got our new gas cylinder in the base. So, next steps for me, and sometimes those screws get loose for me. I tightened them down super well this time. I actually have an impact gun that I just quick gave an Ugga Dugga on the screws with. I didn't have any blue Loctite like I thought I did, so that's gonna have to do for now. If they come loose again, I'll have to Loctite it. But now the base is ready to go on the cylinder, so we'll grab that. We'll go ahead, pick it up. You will move it into frame for you here. I'll just find your spot. And now you're good to sit. It's actually not super difficult to do. So yeah, now you're ready to sit in your new repaired chair, your new old repaired chair. But this one's not going to sink any lower than this, but it will go higher. So if I wanted to sit higher, I can. But that is going to be nice for me because I think it should. Yeah, it'll still fit perfectly underneath my desk. Actually, I can raise it like an inch or so. But like I said, this is a brand new gas cylinder from Amazon, and I will throw up the photo and hopefully a part number too on what I ordered so that you can get the same thing. This thing, it works. I think a lot of the cylinders are probably pretty much the same, like replaceable sizing wise. But just so you know, my desk is not necessarily like the tallest desk in the world. I actually think it's maybe a little shorter than some. If I actually measure this, it comes to 29 and probably like a 1/16 inch from the floor to the bottom of my desk. So just know if you have a desk that is like 29 inches tall, you should still be able to fit this underneath it. I think I actually had about a 1/2 inch or even maybe a 3/4 of an inch from the chair arm rests to the bottom of my desk. So if you're questioning that, it will work, no worries about that. But yeah, so if you have any kind of concerns or questions about something like this, just know you can do it. You got to figure it out maybe a little bit. You know, obviously my chair lift didn't come out as easily as some of these other videos that you see. Just a solution-minded kind of person here, so you got to figure out a little bit of a way of a workaround. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up in the comments there. Leave a comment for any concerns you have or something that you've gone through that might help somebody else. And with that, y'all have a good one. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.